Right now, hundreds of people are gathered at the state capitol protesting the passage of a bill banning collective bargaining for the public sector unions.
News specialist Shara Park joining us now live. And Shara, walk us through this.
Yeah, Ashley, Mike, you caught me at a moment here where it's actually died down just a little bit, but now they're starting to ramp up again. Take a look at this group that is gathered here at the Utah State Capitol. This group is asking for Governor Spencer Cox to veto House Bill 267, which narrowly passed the Senate on Thursday with a 16-13 vote. There is a lot of controversy surrounding this bill, so let me explain this to you as we make our way through this crowd. HB 267 seeks to end the ability for unions to negotiate contracts and benefits for public employees. The union bill passed the House and was put on a hold while lawmakers were trying to negotiate. But then yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Kurt Cullimore said lawmakers were unable to reach an agreement with the union reps on the compromise version of this bill, and so they decided to pass the original bill. Now, I'm going to stop here and just talk with a few folks. I've got Laura Haney. You are the Cache Valley District Teacher of the Year. Tell me a little bit about your message to the governor here today.
Well, I think that we need this bill to be vetoed so that teachers can do their jobs working with the students, and we can have the union supporting us in fighting for policies that we need to be covered.
You know, we understood from reps that negotiations were actually moving forward when suddenly it was an about face and the original bill was passed. How did that make you feel, knowing that we were headed in one direction and then it suddenly went another direction?
I feel like our voices weren't heard. Like it didn't matter all of a sudden what we were saying, and that they took it upon themselves to make a choice for us. And that's not what we need. We need the voice. I know I've met with Governor Cox's wife before, and she supports teachers. We need Governor Cox to veto this bill. Veto it.
Laura, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Again, we'll show you, this goes all the way up the Capitol steps here. Earlier today, Senate leadership saying that it seemed like there was a lot of miscommunication from union reps to the union members. However, we heard a different message from union members here today, but our state leadership, our Senate leadership today saying that they stand by their decision to pass the original bill.
I do think that we passed actually the right policy, and I stand by the policy.
I stand by the policy as well. I'm hopeful that, the rank and file union members will get the message about what the bill actually is and what it actually does, and, not at least know what they're protesting.
Now, Senator Cullimore says that HB 267 will save taxpayers money and give more public workers a voice. He says there are public workers that feel that they don't get the same representation as their colleagues that are part of a union. Senator Daniel Thatcher said he believes that this will make things in the public sector much, much more difficult. Now, we don't know what the governor plans to do with this bill. We do know that he received the bill today, and a spokesperson for his office says that he will look at the legislation details and look at how it was passed. But I can tell you, from speaking with folks here today, again, they thought that there were discussions happening on different versions of this bill that they felt would go forward and represent everyone. For it suddenly to make that turn and go back to the original bill where there would be no collective bargaining, and that unions would no longer rep public employees here in the state of Utah. This is a very, very passionate group. Mike and Ashley, as we send it back to you, they plan to make their voices heard here today. It's actually really even hard to hear what's going on because there's so many people here. We'll see what the governor has to say in reaction to all of this. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Shara, we'll check back in with you. Thank you for that live update.